Alright, so in this clip we're going to be learning how to use the SQL IIF statement, IIF. So we're going to walk through a full example of creating a query where we can use this condition. This is very commonly used when creating flag columns. So let's get started here. So what we want to do is we want to create a table, and the output is going to be one column with year, month. We're going to have category 1 count, category 2 count, and category 3 count. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the sample data. So looking at this data, as you can see, we have our sales table. So the sales table is the transaction table, so there's going to be all the rows for all the different sales records. And what we're going to do is we're going to just join this products table up to the sales table based off the product ID, and that way we'll be able to pull in what category that product is being sold with. So let's get started here. So select from, and then we're going to do our sales table. And we'll create an alias as S. So anytime we want to refer to the sales table, we can just reference S. We'll then do a left join with the products table. And we can create an alias for that as well with P. And then now we have to create our link with those two tables. So we're going to say on S dot product ID equals P dot product ID. So the sales product ID. So the product ID from the sales table has to equal the product ID from the product table. So now we can go and pull in our year and our month from our sales table. So that's the sales date. So we're just going to use a function to pull out the year as well as the month. So you can start out by just plugging in the date field, and then you're going to wrap it with a year, open parentheses, and then from here I can just create a new name. We're going to do the same thing again, so we'll pull back in the sales date, we'll pull in the month, and we'll call this month. So now we're going to create those flag columns to create the counts for the category 1, 2, and 3. So let's first pull in the category, so we'll just plug in p.category. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the front, and I'm going to type in IIF, open parentheses. So we're going to say if p.category equals 1, comma, then 1, comma, else 0. So now this field is going to flag each individual row. And in this example, it's going to just check for category 1. And if it is in category 1, it will return 1, else it will return 0. So instead of having all of those different rows for all the sales records, we want just the sum of this. So we're just going to plug sum. Oops. So we're just going to plug a sum calculation around this. We'll wrap it again and close it up. We'll then name this, and we'll just say category 1 count. We'll be able to now just copy this formula and just change out the category for those other two. So we'll just copy and paste. This is going to be 3, this is going to be 2, and then we'll just come back over here and just change these values. So now all I have to do is, since we're using aggregates here, we'll just have to group by what we want it grouped, and that is our year and our month. So we'll just come down to the bottom, we'll say group by, we'll remove that alias, and now if we run this, so now looking at the results, you can see how it's clearly broken out. So it's going to summarize all of the sales records into the granularity of year and month. So hopefully that helps. Follow the account for more data analysis, SQL, Excel, BI related videos. Thanks.